Recently, I was provided the opportunity to stay at Shiny Eyes Retreat Center. If you had asked me a few years ago, I would have no idea what to do with about 24 hours all to myself. However, my friend Steve Smith and his friend Peter Ivy wrote a book called Solo: Creating Space with God. This was my second of many retreats to come, and I wanted to share my experience and encourage others to make time for retreat. I woke up on Friday morning excited to see the view for the first time. But before that, coffee. When I walked out the front door, this is what I saw. I grabbed my book and my new pens and a new notebook, and I sat in this chair. I used a modified version of the schedule recommended in the book, and I started with silence and solitude and birds. I found a new app that I love. It identifies birds by their songs. I spent much of the day looking at this view. I prayed and I listened, and I walked on the grass barefoot. After that, I looked at the state of my soul wheel, also in the book, where I thought through the state of the different dimensions of my soul: physical, emotional, spiritual, relational, and vocational. After that was a meditation on Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and an in-depth study of that passage. Then I decided to go for a hike in the woods on the property. I dodged spider webs and identified plants with another app, and I stumbled on some beautiful views. You never know what you're going to find in the woods. Being in nature is one of the best places to be quiet and feel a sense of peace. The trail ended at the back of the beautiful property. Next, I read this classic, and I highly recommend it. Creativity is another way to rest. So I took my coloring Bible up to the dome and colored this masterpiece. Which reminds me, let me tell you about the Shiny Eyes Retreat property. The geodesic dome sleeps 5 and has a wonderful view of the mountains. Then there's the tiny house where I stayed. It sleeps 3 and is so comfortable. Then there's the container house with great colors and a deck built for watching the sunset. The bathhouse has a full kitchen and 2 bathrooms with warm showers. All around the property are reminders of why it's important to get away and retreat. Reminders like the mug that says the quieter you become, the more you can hear. I read more about being and becoming the beloved. Then I did some sunset yoga and I went to bed. I woke up early to see the sunrise and wrap up my retreat time with an examined prayer where I gave thanks, reviewed some of what I learned, and prepared to head back home. These guys came out to see me off. I am so grateful to Travis and Jesse for the gift of retreat. The name Shiny Eyes is the title of a book Travis wrote. In the book, he says, "Shiny eyes are regularly wide awake with awe and sparkling with joy. They regularly see through glassy tears. Tears often have a way of helping us see God, ourselves, and others more clearly. Shiny eyes have a keen awareness for God's beauty in this broken world and become adept at seeing the world through the lens of beauty." For more information on Shiny Eyes Retreat, look them up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.